What is up, everybody? Mattitude here, back at it again with another video. Today I'll be going through my top 10 artifacts that you should be using and where to find them yourself. These are artifacts that I have found to be the most useful during my gameplay, and should help you find the best artifacts for your own specific builds. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so starting us off at number 10, we have the Boots of Swiftness. The Boots of Swiftness is one of the best ways to get around in the game. They give you a short burst of speed when activated, which allows you to zip past mobs super easy. They are a drop from Creeper Woods, Creepy Crypt, and Desert Temple. It is a must for speedrunning builds, and it is amazing when paired with artifact cooldown abilities like the Battle Robe. At number 9, we have the Ironhide Amulet. This amulet gives you super defense for a short period of time and basically turns you into a tank. The Ironhide Amulet can be obtained from Fiery Forge, Lower Temple, Underhalls, or Dingy Jungle. It is a great artifact to have when you're at high difficulties or when fighting bosses. It is pretty niche though, which is why it is only on number 9 on my list. Next up is the Corrupted Beacon at number 8. The Corrupted Beacon summons a giant beam that demolishes anything in your path. It can be found on Cacti Canyon, Pumpkin Pastures, and Redstone Mines. It requires souls to activate, and it uses them up very quickly, which is why it's not higher on the list. But it is still a great artifact nonetheless. At number 7, we have the Love Medallion. The Love Medallion turns up to 3 mobs near you into allies for 10 seconds, then kills them. It is a drop from Archhaven, High Black Halls, and Underhalls. It does not work on enchanted enemies or bosses, however, but it's still really fun to use and to watch your enemies bend to your own will to fight their own kind. Next up at number 6 is Shock Powder. Shock Powder stuns enemies in your vicinity for a few seconds. This is awesome because it allows you to do a ton of damage to enemies while taking no damage yourself. Or you can use it to escape if you're getting overwhelmed. It is a drop from Desert Temple and Lower Temple. It is a solid artifact with a lot of utility. At spot number 5 is the Lightning Rod. The Lightning Rod uses souls to cast down a lightning bolt that does massive amounts of damage to your enemies. It does not take a lot of souls to use and has a short cooldown, so you'll be able to use this artifact a ton. It can be obtained from Soggy Swamp and Soggy Cave. It is a lot of fun to use, but it takes some practicing to be able to aim it properly. Now we start getting into the top tier artifacts. At number 4 is the Golem Kit / Soul Lantern. I truly believe that these artifacts are very underrated. These summon a companion to fight by your side. There are other artifacts that summon creatures to fight by your side as well, but these two are definitely the best ones by far. The Golem Kit is an absolute tank that throws your enemies across your screen, and the Soul Lantern is like a high damaging archer that sits back and helps you with your DPS. You can get the Golem Kit from Pumpkin Pastures and the Soul Lantern from Creepy Crypt and Cacti Canyon. These artifacts are very useful for solo players because it is really like you're playing with another person when using these guys. Up next at number 3 is the Torment Quiver. The Torment Quiver uses souls that lets you shoot arrows that can go through walls, push back mobs, and do massive amounts of damage to whatever is in your way. These things are amazing. It is a great way to push those pesky creepers away from you and take out a bunch of mobs stacked together. It is a drop from Creeper Woods, Desert Temple, and Lower Temple. I definitely recommend getting your hands on this and trying it out if you have not already. At number 2 is the Gong of Weakening. This artifact is overpowered in my opinion. It literally decreases the damage and defense on all the mobs around you when you activate it. It is amazing to use against things like enchanted mobs, bosses, and even ancient mobs. This is a drop from Archhaven, High Black Halls, Underhalls, and Panda Plateau. The Gong of Weakening will forever have a place in my heart. Now for what you guys have all been waiting for. Taking the number 1 spot and my favorite artifact by far is the Deathcap Mushroom. The Deathcap Mushroom greatly increases attack damage and attack speed. Yes, you heard me right. This means you'll be hitting more often and even harder. which means that your DPS is going to be going through the roof when you use this thing. This is a must for any build that relies on melee for your main source of damage. And oh yeah, did I mention that it gives you a slight speed boost as well? It is not much, but it might as well add another awesome trait to this already grossly overpowered artifact. Now of course I'm going to tell you how you can get your hands on one of these things. The Deathcap Mushroom can be obtained from Creeper Woods, High Black Halls, and Windswept Peaks. Now the cooldown is a bit much, but that can always be fixed by using some gear that decreases cooldowns. This is something that I always have on, and I highly recommend you guys use it too because it is just so good. Well, that is my top 10 artifacts list. Let me know in the comments your favorite artifacts that you use. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. And if you want to see more videos just like this, consider subscribing to my channel. I am amazed that we are already so close to hitting the 200 subscriber mark. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.